My fiancée mocked me during our engagement dinner, slurring, "I just needed a ring, not you." Everyone heard it. I calmly said, "Appreciate the honesty." Then I asked for the ring back in front of 60 guests. When she woke up sober the next morning and understood what she'd done, 30 males, stood at the head table of our engagement dinner, 60 guests watching as my fiancée Nicole, 28, slurred into the microphone, "I just needed a ring, not you." The room went silent. Ice stopped clinking in glasses. Forks froze halfway to mouths. Conversations died mid-sentence. I set down my drink and looked at her flushed face, her hand waving the champagne glass carelessly, her friends giggling nervously in the corner booth. I stood up slowly. My voice came out calm, almost polite. "Appreciate the honesty." Then I extended my hand across the table, palm up. "I'll need the ring back." She blinked at me like I'd spoken a foreign language. Her laugh came out sharp and slurred. "What? Brandon, you're joking." Her eyes were glassy, unfocused. She looked around the room for support, for someone to laugh with her. I wasn't joking. I kept my hand out, steady, waiting. The silence stretched. People shifted in their chairs. Someone coughed. Nicole's smile died slowly, confusion replacing the drunken confidence. "Brandon, come on, stop playing." "I'm not playing. The ring. Now." Her face changed, reality breaking through the alcohol fog. She looked at her mother. Her mother's hand covered her mouth. She looked at her father. His jaw was clenched, face red. She looked at Sarah, her maid of honor. Sarah stared at her plate. Nicole turned back to me, tears forming. Slowly, her fingers went to the ring. It didn't come off easily. Her knuckles were swollen from the champagne. She pulled harder, twisting. The diamond caught the chandelier light as it finally slid free. She held it for a moment, staring at it like she'd never seen it before. Then, with a trembling hand, she dropped it into my palm. The click of metal hitting skin was the loudest sound in the room. I closed my fist around it. "Thank you." I looked at the 60 guests, all frozen in their seats. "Dinner's over, the bill's already paid. Enjoy the rest of your evening." I walked out. No one stopped me. No one followed. Behind me, I heard the first whisper, then another. Then the room erupted in chaos. That was last night at 9:47 p.m. Now it's Sunday morning, 8:32 a.m. I'm sitting in my apartment, the ring on my kitchen counter next to my coffee mug, scrolling through 89 text messages. 53 from Nicole, 18 from her mother Linda, 10 from her friends, 8 from people I barely know asking what happened. I ignore them all and take another sip of coffee. My phone rings. "Nicole." I let it go to voicemail. It rings again. Voicemail. Again. Voicemail. On the fourth attempt, I answer. "Brandon, oh God, Brandon, please." Her voice is destroyed. Raw, hoarse from crying. I don't remember everything. Sarah told me. She said I said something horrible. I was so drunk. You know I didn't mean it. Please, we need to talk." I lean back in my chair. "You said exactly what you meant." No, I was wasted. I don't even remember getting the microphone." "Brandon, please, we can fix this. I'll apologize to everyone. I'll do whatever it takes." "You humiliated yourself in front of 60 people, I say calmly. Your family, my family, our friends, co-workers. That's not something you fix with an apology. It was one mistake." She's crying now, the kind of crying that makes words come out in gasps. One stupid, drunk mistake. You're going to throw away 2 years over one night? One comment I don't even remember making? "You threw it away," I correct her. "I just picked up the pieces." My parents won't talk to me. My mom, she won't even look at me. My dad left the house this morning without saying goodbye. Everyone's asking what happened. What am I supposed to tell them? Tell them the truth. You wanted a ring, not a relationship. You got what you needed, and now it's gone. That's not fair. That's not who I am. It's exactly who you are. You just said it out loud for once. She sobs harder. "Brandon, please, I love you. I've always loved you. You love what I represent," I say. "Stability, a nice ring, a good story, something to post about. But me, the actual person, you just needed me to play the part." "That's not true." "Then why did you say it?" Long silence. I can hear her breathing, ragged and wet. I was drunk, she whispers. Drunk words are sober thoughts. You know that saying? Everyone knows that saying. Please, her voice cracks. Please, Brandon, don't do this. We can work through this. I already did this. It's done. Goodbye, Nicole. I hang up. She calls back immediately. I block her number. Let me rewind to where this actually started, because last night wasn't the beginning. It was just the ending. Nicole and I met 2 years and 3 months ago at a friend's birthday party in the Mission District. She was wearing a black dress, laughing with a group of women near the bar. I was there with my co-worker Mike, both of us fresh from a grueling project deadline. Mike pointed her out. That's Nicole. Works in marketing. Single, I think. I didn't approach her. I'm not the type to make the first move in crowded bars. She approached me. You look miserable, she said, appearing next to me with a vodka soda. Long week, I replied. What do you do? Project management, tech company. You? Marketing, boutique agency. We handle lifestyle brands. She smiled. It was a good smile. Practiced. Want to get some air? It's loud in here. We talked on the back patio for an hour. She told me about her job, her apartment in Hayes Valley that she shared with 2 roommates, her college years at UC Davis. I told her about my work, my apartment in the Sunset, my engineering degree from San Jose State. She asked good questions, seemed genuinely interested. When the party ended, she put her number in my phone. Text me, she said. We should do this again. I texted her 2 days later. We went to dinner in North Beach. She ordered the most expensive wine on the menu without looking at the price. $45 a glass. I didn't comment. She talked about her career goals, about wanting to move to a bigger agency, about the kind of life she wanted. I'm ambitious, she said. Is that okay? I said it was. I liked ambition. The second date was a Saturday brunch. She showed up in designer sunglasses. Chanel, she mentioned, a gift from an ex. We ate overpriced avocado toast while she scrolled through Instagram, showing me influencers her agency worked with. This is the life, she said, gesturing at a photo of someone on a yacht. Don't you think? I said it looked nice. She said, nice isn't the word I'd use. Aspirational, that's the word. By the third date, we'd established a pattern. I planned, I paid, she posted. Photos of our dinners appeared on her Instagram within minutes. The wine, the food, my hand across the table, carefully cropped to show just enough to suggest romance without revealing my face. Captions about being treated right and knowing your worth. I didn't mind. I thought it was just how people dated now. 3 months in, she started leaving things at my place. A toothbrush, face wash, a change of clothes, then a drawer, then half my closet. We never discussed moving in together. It just happened gradually. By month 6, she was staying 4 nights a week. By month 9, she'd given up her room in Hayes Valley and moved in completely. I paid the rent, $1,800 a month for a 1-bedroom. She contributed $300 for groceries. I'm saving for my career transition, she explained. Once I get into a bigger agency, I'll make more. Then we'll split everything 50-50. The career transition never came. She stayed at the boutique agency, making $52,000 a year. While I made $95,000, I covered rent, utilities, most dinners, weekend trips. She covered her own shopping and occasional coffee runs. I told myself it was temporary, that relationships weren't about scorecards, but I started noticing things. Year 1, she bought a Louis Vuitton bag, $1,200. When I asked how she afforded it, she said she'd been saving. The same week, she asked me to cover her half of groceries because she was a little short. I paid. The bag appeared in 7 Instagram posts over the next month. Year 1, month 8, we went to Napa for a weekend. She wanted to stay at a specific resort, $350 a night. It's for the experience, she said. I booked it. She posted 23 photos. In the captions, she mentioned the resort, the wine, the sunset. She didn't mention me by name, just my person and a heart emoji. Year 2, her friend Jessica got engaged. The ring was 1 carat. Jessica posted it everywhere. Nicole stared at the photos for 30 minutes that night, scrolling through every angle. It's nice, she finally said. A little small, but nice. That's when the hints started. She began pausing at jewelry stores. Just looking, she'd say, but she'd spend 10 minutes examining the display. She'd point out specific styles: solitaire, platinum, nothing under 1.5 carats. Any smaller and you can't really see it, she explained. It defeats the purpose. She left her Pinterest board open on our shared laptop. Wedding pins, engagement rings, all of them large, all expensive. I'd close the laptop without comment. She mentioned friends getting engaged. Casual comments. Rachel's boyfriend just proposed. They've only been together 18 months. Can you believe that? Or, Megan said her boyfriend is starting to look at rings. They're at 2 years, same as us. I got the message. I started saving 8 months before the proposal. $1,200 from every paycheck. I opened a separate account Nicole didn't know about. The goal was $10,000 minimum. By month 6, I had $7,200. By month 8, I had $11,500. I went to 3 jewelry stores, compared prices, certifications. The final ring cost me $11,000 even. A 1.8 carat round solitaire in platinum. The jeweler showed me the GIA certificate. Excellent cut. VS1 clarity. I had it sized to Nicole's exact measurement. The proposal was planned for Stinson Beach. Nicole had mentioned a dozen times how romantic beach proposals were. Sunset, ocean, the whole thing. That's how you do it right. I rented a photographer to hide in the distance. $250 for an hour. I drove us up on a Saturday afternoon, told her we were just going for a drive. When we got to the beach, the sun was 40 minutes from setting. I walked her down to the water, got down on one knee in the sand, said the words I'd practiced. She cried, real tears, said yes immediately. The photographer captured it all. Back in the car, she called her mother first. Mom, he proposed. It's beautiful. I'm engaged. Then Sarah, then Emma, then Jade. By the time we got home, she'd called 12 people. I'd called 2, my parents. That night, she posted 17 photos. Every angle of the ring, her hand against the sunset, the ring in a close-up, the ring on the steering wheel, the ring next to a champagne glass. Captions about being blessed, about forever, about knowing your worth, about waiting for the right one. In the first post, she said the ring was 2 carats. It wasn't. It was 1.8. I didn't correct her. In the second post, she said I'd surprised her completely. I hadn't. She'd been hinting for months. I didn't correct that either. Over the next week, she posted 23 more ring photos. People commented, "Gorgeous! Congrats! You deserve it." She replied to every comment, thanked everyone, posted the photographer's pictures, the sunset, the beach, the moment. Me in the background, blurred, kneeling, the ring in focus. Her friend Jessica commented, "Beautiful," with 3 heart emojis. Nicole replied, "Thank you, babe. I'm obsessed." Later, I saw a screenshot someone sent me. Jessica had posted to her close friend's story, "Nicole's ring is bigger than mine. Of course it is." Nicole had replied, "You'll upgrade next time, LOL." I didn't say anything. I told myself it was just girl talk. Competition, normal. But things changed after the engagement. Nicole became obsessed with the wedding timeline. Not the marriage, the wedding. She made binders, color-coded tabs, guest lists, vendor comparisons. She talked about the dress, the venue, the flowers. She didn't talk about our future, our home, our life together. When I asked her about where we wanted to live long-term, she said, "Let's just get through the wedding first." When I asked about kids, timelines, goals, she said, "One thing at a time." When I asked if she wanted to combine our finances after marriage, she said, "We can figure that out later." But she had detailed opinions about the engagement dinner. "We need to do something big," she said 3 weeks after the proposal. "Something people will remember, not just a backyard thing, a real event." I suggested a small dinner. 20 people, close family and friends. She shook her head. Jessica had 40 people at hers. We need at least 60. 60 people is expensive. It's one night. You only get engaged once. She pulled up venues on her phone, showed me private rooms at restaurants, event spaces, hotel ballrooms. The prices range from $3,000 to $12,000. I picked Marcello's, a private room, Italian food, good wine. The package was $7,000 for 60 people, included appetizers, entrees, dessert, open bar for 3 hours. Nicole said it was perfect. The planning consumed her. She spent hours on Pinterest, on wedding forums, on Instagram, looking at other people's engagement parties. She hired a photographer, $450 for 3 hours. She ordered custom decorations, gold place cards with our names, white roses for every table, string lights, a champagne tower. The total came to $9,300. I paid the deposit, $4,000. The rest was due the night of the event. 2 weeks before the dinner, I started noticing the drinking. We went to Sarah's birthday dinner. Nicole had 4 cocktails. I counted. By the third, her laugh was too loud. By the fourth, she was showing her ring to strangers at nearby tables. On the drive home, she fell asleep in the passenger seat, her head against the window. The next weekend, we went to a work event, my company's quarterly mixer. Nicole came as my +1. She had 3 glasses of wine in the first hour. By the time we left, she was unsteady, holding onto my arm for balance. In the Uber, she said, "Did you see Rebecca's ring? So small." I felt bad for her. I asked her to slow down on the drinking. She said I was overreacting. "I'm celebrating. We're engaged. I'm allowed to have fun." The third incident was brunch with her friends. I wasn't there, but Sarah told me later. Nicole had 4 mimosas, got into an argument with Emma about wedding venues, raised her voice, made a scene. The waiter asked them to keep it down. 3 days before the engagement dinner, Nicole posted an Instagram story. She was at brunch again with Sarah, both holding champagne flutes. The video was shaky, both of them giggling. Sarah's voice came through clear. "Can't believe you're finally doing it. That ring is gorgeous." Nicole laughed. "Took long enough, right? But I played it smart. Waited for the right guy with the right, resources." Sarah raised her glass. "To landing a big ring?" Nicole clinked her glass against Sarah's. "To landing a big ring." The story disappeared after 24 hours, but I'd screenshotted it. Something about the phrasing bothered me. Resources. Landing. Like I was a transaction. I saved the screenshot but didn't confront her. Not yet. The night before the engagement dinner, I couldn't sleep. Something felt wrong. I got up at 2 a.m. and went to the living room. Our shared laptop was on the coffee table. Nicole's messages were synced to it. We'd set it up that way months ago for convenience. I'd never looked at her messages before. I trusted her. That night I looked. Messages from 2 months earlier. Nicole to Sarah. "He's finally ready to propose. Took forever to drop enough hints about the ring budget, LOL." Sarah. "Did he go big?" Nicole. "Big enough. 10K minimum. I'm not settling for less than 1.5 carats. I know what I'm worth." Sarah. "Damn, girl. Well played." Nicole. "I know, right? Now on to the wedding planning." My hands went cold. I scrolled further. Messages from 6 weeks earlier. Nicole to Emma. "Engagement dinner's going to be massive. 60 people. Photographer. The whole setup. Brandon's paying, obviously." Emma. "Obviously, LOL. You trained him well." Nicole. "I didn't train him. I just knew what to look for. Stable job, no debt, wants to get married. Check, check, check. Plus he doesn't argue when I make plans. Perfect." I screenshot both conversations. Messages from 3 months earlier. Nicole to Jade. "I think he's finally going to propose. I've been leaving hints everywhere. Pinterest open on the laptop, pausing at jewelry stores, mentioning friends who got engaged. If he doesn't get it soon, I'm going to lose my mind." Jade. "You've been so patient." Nicole. "Honestly, it's exhausting, but the ring better be worth the wait." I saved that too. I found messages from the week after the proposal. Nicole to a group chat with Sarah, Emma, and Jade. "He proposed. Ring is gorgeous. 1.8 carats, but I'm telling people 2. Close enough." Sarah. "Pics." Nicole sent photos. Emma. "Congratulations. You finally got him." Nicole. "Took long enough. Now to plan the perfect wedding." I sat there until 4 a.m., reading through months of messages. Every conversation painted the same picture. I wasn't a partner. I was a checklist. Stable income, willingness to pay, desire for marriage, a vehicle to the life she wanted. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The day of the engagement dinner arrived. Nicole spent the entire day getting ready. Hair appointment at noon, $90. Nails at 2, $75. Makeup at 4, $120. She came home at 5:30 looking perfect. White cocktail dress, hair in loose curls, makeup flawless. "How do I look?" she asked, spinning. "Beautiful," I said, because she was. We arrived at Marcello's at 6:15. The private room was exactly as planned. White roses on every table, gold place cards, string lights overhead, the champagne tower in the corner. The photographer was already there, adjusting her camera. Nicole walked through the room, checking every detail. The placement of the flowers, the lighting, the angle of the place cards. She posed for photos with the champagne tower, with the floral arrangements, with the empty tables. I stood by the door, hands in my pockets. Guests started arriving at 6:45. My parents came first. My dad shook my hand. My mom hugged Nicole. "Everything looks beautiful," she said. Nicole beamed. "Thank you. I planned every detail." Her parents arrived next, Doug and Linda. Doug clapped me on the shoulder. "Big night." Linda hugged Nicole. "So proud of you, sweetheart." Friends trickled in, co-workers, college roommates, people I'd met once at other parties, people I'd never met. Sarah arrived with Emma and Jade. They descended on Nicole immediately, squealing, hugging, examining the ring again like they hadn't seen it 100 times. By 7:30, all 60 guests were seated. Waiters circulated with champagne. Nicole was already on her second glass. I watched her across the room, laughing with Sarah, her voice louder than normal. Appetizers came at 7:45. Bruschetta, fried calamari, caprese skewers. Nicole barely touched hers. She was too busy talking, showing off the ring to a cousin who'd arrived late. Entrees arrived at 8:15. I'd ordered the chicken marsala. Nicole had ordered the seafood pasta. She picked at it, took 3 bites, pushed it aside, reached for her 4th glass of champagne. I leaned over. "Maybe slow down." She pulled her arm away. "I'm fine. It's my engagement dinner. I'm celebrating." By 8:30, her cheeks were flushed, her eyes glassy. She was laughing too hard at jokes that weren't funny, touching people's arms when she talked. I saw my mother glance at my father. He shook his head slightly. At 8:43, someone handed Nicole the microphone. It was supposed to be for toasts later in the evening. Her father had prepared something. My mother had notes, but Nicole grabbed it, stood up, wobbling. The room quieted. She tapped the microphone. Feedback screamed through the speakers. People winced. She laughed. "Sorry, is this thing on?" Scattered polite laughter. "I just want to say something real quick," Nicole began. Her words slurred together at the edges. "I just want to say how happy I am right now. So happy." People smiled, started to clap. She raised her hand to stop them. "Happy that I finally got what I needed." The clapping died. She swayed slightly, gripping the microphone stand with her free hand. "You all know, right? You all know how long I waited. How many guys I dated who couldn't, step up. Who didn't get it. Who couldn't give me what I deserved." She paused, looking around the room with unfocused eyes. "But Brandon," she pointed at me with her champagne glass, liquid sloshing over the rim, dripping onto the white tablecloth. "Brandon came through. I just needed a ring, not you." Silence dropped like a physical weight. I heard my mother's sharp inhale to my left. Nicole's father half rose from his seat, his face going red. Sarah's eyes went wide, her mouth opening in horror. Emma stared at her plate. Jade's hand covered her mouth. The photographer's camera clicked twice, capturing it. Nicole stood there, smiling, like she'd just delivered the punchline to a hilarious joke. She looked around, waiting for laughter, waiting for applause. Nothing. Absolute silence. I stood slowly. My chair scraped against the hardwood floor. The sound echoed. Every head turned toward me. I walked around the table toward her, my footsteps steady. My hands weren't shaking. My heart wasn't racing. I felt strangely calm. I stopped 2 feet from her, looked directly into her glassy, unfocused eyes. Appreciate the honesty, I said quietly. Then I held out my hand, palm up. I'll need the ring back. Her smile flickered. Confusion crossed her face. What? The ring. I'm taking it back. Her laugh came out nervous, high-pitched. Brandon, stop. You're joking. I'm not joking. Give me the ring. Now. She looked around the room again, desperately searching for someone to laugh, someone to tell her this was a joke, part of the celebration. Her mother's hand covered her mouth, tears in her eyes. Her father was standing now, his jaw clenched. Sarah wouldn't meet her gaze. Emma looked like she might cry. Nicole turned back to me, and I saw the exact moment reality broke through the alcohol. Her eyes widened. Brandon, I'm drunk. I didn't mean it. Come on, we're in front of everyone. You meant it, I said. And that's fine. But the ring's mine, so I'm taking it back. We're engaged. We were engaged, past tense. The ring, Nicole. I'm not asking again. Tears filled her eyes. Her hands trembled as she looked down at the diamond on her finger. The 1.8 carat solitaire I'd saved 8 months for. The ring she'd posted 37 photos of. The ring she'd told everyone was 2 carats. Brandon, please, she whispered. Not like this. You chose like this. Now give me the ring. Her fingers went to it. She tried to twist it off. It stuck on her knuckle, swollen from the alcohol and the heat of the room. She pulled harder, her face contorting. The diamond caught the light from the string lights overhead as it finally slid free. She held it in her palm, staring at it. Then slowly she extended her hand and dropped it into mine. The sound of metal hitting my skin echoed in the silent room. I closed my fist around it, felt the weight of it. $11,000. 8 months of saving. I looked at her tear-streaked face. Then I turned to face the 60 guests, all frozen in their seats, forks halfway to mouths, wine glasses suspended in midair. Thank you all for coming, I said clearly. Dinner's over. The bill's already been paid in full. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I walked toward the door. Behind me, the room erupted. Whispers became voices, became shouts. I heard Nicole's mother crying, her father's voice sharp and angry. Sarah saying, oh my God, oh my God. I kept walking. Through the private room, through the main restaurant, out onto the street. I got in my car, drove home, put the ring on my kitchen counter, made a drink, sat on my couch in the dark. My phone started buzzing at 10 p.m. Messages, calls. I ignored them all. The next morning, Sunday, the texts started coming in waves. Nicole from a friend's phone since I'd blocked hers. Brandon, please. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I love you. Please talk to me. Her mother, Linda. Brandon, this is Linda. Please call me. Nicole is devastated. We need to talk about this. Sarah. Hey, I know last night was bad, really bad, but Nicole's my best friend and she's falling apart. Can we talk? Emma. What you did was cruel. She made one mistake. My mother. Son, call me when you're ready. I love you. By noon, I had 94 unread messages. Nicole called at 12:15 from yet another number. I answered. Brandon. Her voice was demolished. Please, please just listen. I'm listening. I don't remember saying that. I swear to God, I don't remember. Sarah had to tell me what happened. I would never, ever say that sober. You know me. You know I love you. I know you meant it. I was drunk out of my mind. Drunk words are sober thoughts. That's not fair. What's not fair is you telling 60 people I was a transaction, that you just needed a ring, not me. What's not fair is me finding out I'm a checklist item, not a partner. Silence. What are you talking about? Her voice went quiet. I read your messages, Nicole. All of them. You went through my phone? You synced your messages to our shared laptop, remember? For convenience. I read 2 months of conversations with Sarah, Emma, and Jade about how you landed a big ring, about how I'm stable, income check, about how you train me, about how you're telling people the ring is 2 carats when it's 1.8. Want me to keep going? Silence. Brandon, You what? You're sorry? You didn't mean it? Which part didn't you mean? The part where you told your friends I was a resource? The part where you said you finally got what you needed? The part where you mocked me in front of my parents? I was venting to my friends. That's what girls do. It doesn't mean anything. It means everything. It means this entire relationship was a performance. You were waiting for a ring. I provided it. Transaction complete. Except the transaction's canceled now. You can't just throw away 2 years. I'm not throwing it away. I'm accepting what it actually was. A long audition for a role I didn't know I was playing. She sobbed. My family won't talk to me. My dad won't even look at me. Do you know what that's like? Yes, it's like standing in front of 60 people while your fiancé tells them you're irrelevant. I know exactly what that's like. What do you want from me? Nothing. I want nothing from you. We're done. Brandon, please, I love you. No, you don't. You love the idea of being engaged. You love the ring. You love the Instagram posts. You love telling people you're getting married. But me, the actual person, you just needed me to play the part. I hung up. 2 hours later, her father Doug called. Brandon, we need to talk. Man to man. Fine, talk. Nicole made a terrible mistake last night. She knows it. We all know it. She's devastated, humiliated. She hasn't stopped crying. I'm asking you, please give her another chance. She's young. She made a drunken error in judgment. It wasn't just last night, Doug. She's been talking about me like a transaction for months. Want me to forward you the screenshots? Pause. What screenshots? Text messages. Her telling her friends she landed a big ring. Her discussing my income like I'm an investment. Her saying she trained me. Her explaining that she picked me because I'm stable and don't argue. Should I send them to you? Or maybe to Linda? Long silence. That's taken out of context. No, it's exactly the context. Your daughter didn't want a partner. She wanted a provider. And the moment she said it out loud in front of everyone, I stopped providing. You embarrassed her. She embarrassed herself. I just responded honestly. You took the ring back in front of 60 people. She announced I was meaningless in front of 60 people. I'd say we're even, except we're not, because I still have my dignity and she doesn't. That's my daughter you're talking about. And I was your future son-in-law. Was. I'm done, Doug. Tell Nicole to stop calling. Tell Linda to stop texting. Tell everyone to leave me alone. And if anyone contacts me again, I'm posting every screenshot, every message, every piece of evidence showing exactly who Nicole is. We clear? You're making a mistake. No, I'm correcting one. I hung up. Within 30 minutes, Sarah texted from a new number. You're being cruel. Nicole made one mistake, and you're destroying her over it. She's my best friend, and I've never seen her like this. What kind of man humiliates someone he claims to love? I sent her the Instagram video, the one from 3 days before the dinner, Nicole and Sarah toasting. To landing a big ring, I added a message. This kind of man, the kind who has receipts. Sarah didn't reply. That afternoon, I posted one Instagram story, no caption, no explanation, just a screenshot of Nicole's text to Sarah from 2 months earlier. I know what I'm worth, 10K minimum. I let it sit for 6 hours. The comments came immediately. Friends asking for context. People from the dinner piecing it together. Wait, is this about Saturday? Did she really say that? Oh my God. Someone shared it. Then someone else. By evening, it had been screenshotted and shared to Twitter, to Facebook, to group chats across the city. Nicole's Instagram went dark. All photos deleted. Account deactivated. Her Facebook disappeared. Her Twitter vanished. She scrubbed her entire online presence in less than 12 hours. But the damage was done. People were talking. Screenshots were circulating. People from the dinner were sharing their own accounts in comment threads and group chats. She literally said she just needed a ring, not him. He stood up and asked for it back. Everyone just sat there in shock. Most awkward thing I've ever witnessed. Monday morning, I went to work, focused on my projects, ignored my personal phone. At lunch, my coworker Mike knocked on my door. Hey man, heard about Saturday. Yeah. You good? I'm fine. Need anything? No. Thanks. He nodded and left. Tuesday, Nicole sent a handwritten letter to my apartment. 6 pages, front and back. I opened it. Brandon, I don't know how to start this. I've written this letter 12 times. Nothing feels right. Nothing feels like enough. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what I said, for what I did, for humiliating you, for humiliating us, for ruining everything. I was drunk, but that's not an excuse. I said something unforgivable. I hurt you in front of everyone who matters. I destroyed the best thing in my life. I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't deserve forgiveness. But I need you to know that I love you. I've always loved you. You're not a transaction. You're not a checklist. You're the person I wanted to spend my life with, the person I still want to spend my life with. I know I don't deserve another chance. I know what I said was horrible, but people make mistakes. People say things they don't mean. And I'm begging you, please give me the chance to prove that I'm more than my worst moment. I'll do anything. I'll go to therapy. I'll stop drinking. I'll prove to you every day that you matter, that you're not just a ring, that you're everything. Please, Brandon, please don't give up on us. I love you. Always, Nicole. I read it once, then I put it through my paper shredder. Wednesday, I heard through mutual friends that Nicole had moved back in with her parents, that she'd quit her job at the marketing agency, that she wasn't answering calls from friends, that she'd gained weight, that she was depressed, that she wasn't leaving the house. People started taking sides. Some blamed me. He embarrassed her publicly. He could have handled it privately. Taking the ring back was vindictive. She was drunk. People say things. Others defended me. She humiliated him first. He had every right. Drunk or not, that's how she really feels. He dodged a bullet. I didn't engage with either side. Thursday, I took the ring to 3 different jewelers, got appraisals. The offers ranged from $8,200 to $9,500. I took the highest offer, $9,500. Cash. I walked out with a check. Friday, I booked a trip to Japan. 3 weeks, solo, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. I'd always wanted to go. The flight and hotels cost $4,000. I booked it without hesitation. Saturday, 1 week after the engagement dinner, I got a message from an unknown number. I hope you're happy. You ruined her life. She can't eat, can't sleep, can't function, all because of one mistake. You're a coward and a manipulator, and you deserve to be alone. I blocked the number and finished packing for Japan. Sunday morning, I woke up early, made coffee, stood in my kitchen looking at the empty spot on the counter where the ring had been for a week. The 1.8 carat solitaire that represented 8 months of saving. That represented what I thought was love. That represented a future I'd believed in. It's gone now. Sold, converted into a plane ticket and 3 weeks of freedom. Nicole wanted a ring. She got one. Then she lost it. And me, and her job, and her friends, and her dignity. Some people collect status symbols, designer bags, expensive dinners, engagement rings that look good in photos. I was one of those symbols, a resource, a stable income, a checkbox. But unlike a ring, I could walk away, and I did. I leave for Tokyo tomorrow.